Ají gallina, it's a shredded chicken on a yellow pepper paste that it's thickened with white bread. We use our French rolls to make ají gallina. We created this menu out of the things that we crave the most when we go back to our country. So that's what we brought here, basically our taste of what we like the most from Peru.
Es un poquito de frío, ¿no? Don Giuseppe. Tenemos la suerte de tener un país que es rico en el arte culinario.
The walnuts and the raisins, you can put them together at the same time. We're frying around it so we can keep the juices inside.
Brothers Giuseppe and Mario Lanzone were born and raised along the Pacific coast of Peru.
I'm from La Punta, Peru. La Punta is a small town in the port of Callao. In La Punta, we grew up surfing, sailing, water skiing, playing soccer, just hanging out on the beach.
I would jump from a boat, from a sailboat to a fishing boat, and then I would go to the beach.
My dad's a fisherman back in Peru still to this day.
Soy capitán de barco también, igual que mi hijo Mario.
I would go fishing with my dad for a couple of days. Before I opened this, I would go to Peru for 3 months to work with him with scuba dive underwater. And I would spearfish flounders, which is what Peru uses for their ceviche. It's like the best fish that you can use. It maintains his texture. Once you put the lime juice on top, it doesn't dissolve.
So we were very spoiled, eating nothing but fresh fish from the very beginning.
Teníamos tanta cantidad de pescado que siempre era todo fresco. Sacábamos los cangrejos vivos, los pulpos vivos, las conchas vivas. Entonces ahí mismo lo preparábamos todo. Se volvió un negocio de verano, y tuvimos tanta aceptación que fue un boom. Después de tantos años, hubieron problemas en el país con el terrorismo y estas cosas, así que nos vinimos para este país, pues, ¿no?
Taking advantage of the skills they learned during their adventures in the Pacific Ocean, the brothers crossed into other seas of the world.
I became a captain, and then I worked for this family in Spain. I gave him the tour of the Mediterranean for 8 years, for 2 months. So I would just go there, prep the boat. It was a 75-feet sailboat.
And Giuseppe took on rowing, paddling his way to the Beijing Olympics in 2008 and the London Olympics in 2012.
My dad used to row. He always wanted me to try it, so I gave it a try. But it was not until I came here and in high school I was lucky enough to meet the right people, the right coaches, to reintroduce me to the sport of rowing. And from there, I was able to get recruited by the University of Washington. And after 4 years of rowing for the University of Washington, the U.S. national team recruited me to row for the U.S. So when I came back from the Olympics, I didn't want to keep rowing per se because I've been doing it for so long. And in the U.S., you're not a professional. You just go day by day, and you need to do something else as you grow up. So my mother said, why don't you guys start a food truck? Tenemos que tener los permisos igualitos y más que un restaurante. Nosotros necesitamos los permisos para vender. Este es de Health Department. Este es el Vendor's License. Y este es el Mobile Site Permit. Our goal is to keep it as traditional and authentic as possible. We wanna recreate the same taste that we had when we were growing up in Peru and we were eating the food out there. That's exactly how the concept of Peruvian Brothers came about. We were thinking, what are the things that we missed the most about Peru, other than the ocean and eating fresh fish every day? And it was the food.
What's your favorite sandwich?
Our most popular sandwich is pan con chicharrón.
The chicharrón?
Yeah, followed by pan con pollo.
Yeah, I'll do the chicharrón. That's what I was looking at.
El chicharrón ya está listo. Every time we serve a dish of pan con chicharrón, we're not only representing the food of Peru, but we're also representing our culture. The history with the pan con chicharrón comes about because Francisco Pizarro, when he came and conquered the Incas, he was a pig farmer back in Spain. So he brought his pigs, and Peru is very well known for its potatoes and sweet potatoes. People enjoy the saltiness of the pork with the sweetness of the sweet potatoes.
In Washington, international cuisine is everywhere. It's a capital of multicultural culinary creations and makes the food truck business a fierce market.
For food trucks, sometimes you're competing against 10 countries in one park, you know?
Que tenemos 3 camiones en 3 sitios diferentes.
Most of the food trucks are owned and are worked by the owners. So that means the owners are gonna want the highest quality they could give.
Hot sauce? I'm missing one butifarra for you. In the food business, for me, there's 3 things. The first one is you need to have your right-hand man, which in this case scenario, I'm lucky enough that it's my brother. The second thing is you need to have a really good team. Everybody that works here, we treat them like family, and we make sure that they're happy as well because they're representing our brand. And the third thing would be just to keep the quality control always good. It needs to be always good food day in and day out, because you don't want to give something to somebody one day and have them like it and then come back, 2 weeks later and not be as good as it was before. Thank you. 98. Thank you.